Friends, it has arrived, finale day for Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I am so excited, but I'm also really sad that it's already over. I love limited series, but at the same time, it's bittersweet because they are so short. I know that there's speculation that there might be a season 2, but I'm gonna take this as the end of the show. I hope we get good closure. I'm so excited to see what happens in this episode today. Thank you all for joining me. This has been an absolute blast watching something new in the Star Wars universe with those of you that are old fans, those of you that are newer fans like me. It's been so fun discussing the show with you all in the comments of my YouTube videos this whole way through. I cannot wait to talk about this finale with you all once this video is out. This has been so much fun. So I just want to extend a massive thank you to those of you that have liked my videos, left comments, and this has just been so awesome. And I've just really enjoyed it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And as always, if you want to watch the whole episode along with me, that is available on Patreon for just $2 Canadian per month. There are way more benefits. You guys know them all by now. Visit the link in the description or in the corner. And before I press play, if you have not yet seen my reaction to the last Obi-Wan Kenobi episode, I did talk at the end about my predictions for this episode, so we'll see if I was correct or not. If you want to go get caught up, that is also linked in the corner. All right, folks, it's time to press play. I have a Slurpee and I have Starburst minis because sometimes your girl is just too busy or can't be bothered to unwrap Starburst. So that's why these are good. Tatooine?
Something you want to say?
I have something to say.
Wait your turn. You can have what's left when I'm done.
All right, so Reva's alive, and right away on Tatooine.
I'm looking for a farmer named Owen.
All right, well, I predicted that correctly. Oh, this is a cool shot. But you guys are not hitting that ship at all.
Increase firepower.
That whole scene felt very original trilogy to me.
We'll head for Tessin.
We're not going to make it to Tessin, are we?
Motivator shot. Power couplings are bad. I'm working on it, but those shields won't last forever.
How much time do you need?
More than we have.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
They're scared. She keeps their minds off of it.
Maybe I should borrow her too.
Oh, I'm glad that Obi-Wan could admit that he was scared.
What do you need, kid?
We need a new belt for the speeder.
Certain somebody broke the last
Hi, Luke. Oh my
Your uncle's a patient man.
I am not that patient.
No, I'm really nervous. Oh my gosh.
Owen, there's something you need to know.
No, wait! You can't just leave me here!
I'm the one that Vader wants. If I go, he will follow.
I'm not letting you!
Leia, please. You've spent 10 years protecting the Jedi. This is my chance to return that favor.
But we're so close.
Broken. You know this plan makes sense.
No, we need you.
It'll buy you the time you need. You must get these people out of here. You are all the future. You are the future. You're what needs to survive.
No.
Leia!
I find she needs to be given space. Just
You must promise me that you'll get her home, Haja.
you have my word. Although I know the word of a liar and a fake Jedi may not mean much to you.
It's good enough for me.
Okay. I won't lie, I'm gonna be a little bit upset if Haja is the one that gets Leia back to Bail. I feel like that has to be Obi-Wan's job, but we'll see how this goes.
What is it?
I'm on his side.
How did she know it was here?
I don't know. All I know is she's coming.
I'm not leaving my home. At least here we have a chance.
If we stay, we need help.
I'm not putting anyone else in danger, Owen. We're enough. You and me.
Beru, what are you doing?
We both knew the stain might come.
Damn, all right.
She'll come when the suns go down. Best we get positioned now.
If the showdown's between Owen and Beru and Reva, that might actually be really sick.
You said you'd take me home.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
I wish that I could, Leia. Really, I do. Please tell your father I tried. I have something for you. Roken found it before we got out. She would have wanted you to have it.
Oh my gosh.
It's empty.
Well, I wasn't going to give you a blaster. You're 10 years old, but you won't always be.
Ugh. Does adult Leia ever wear something like that in the movies? Oh, my brain can't remember now. To be fair, I didn't notice the plane that Luke plays with in A New Hope was the one that Obi-Wan gifted him. I didn't catch that. A lot of you did. So let me know if Leia ever wore a pouch like that, little holster.
I have to face him, Master.
Please, Qui-Gon. Shh.
Whether he dies or I do, this ends today.
Please?
We can still fix the drive.
I have to go.
It's not about us, is it?
It's like half about you.
It's about you and him.
Roken, there are not many leaders left. People follow you. Don't stop.
Just getting started.
I like Roken. I like him a lot.
We're tracking an escape craft. There's one life form aboard.
That's him.
We cannot prioritize one lone Jedi.
He is not just any Jedi. Follow Kenobi.
Grand Inquisitor's like, okay, sir.
I need you to listen to me.
I have goosebumps about this.
If anything goes wrong, you know what to do. You run.
I'm not afraid.
I know.
Also, this kid looks like a young Mark Hamill. Please, other people, you see it too, right? Please tell me I'm not the only one.
Prepare my ship. I will face him alone.
Oh, man. So where is Obi-Wan gone? Man, he's so nervous. Lola! Oh my gosh, no way. What are you doing here? Or did Leia leave you to be with him?
She's here.
I'm so like... I feel like I can't sit still. God, this planet's so cool.
Have you come to destroy me, Obi-Wan?
I will do what I must.
Then you will die.
Oh my gosh. The only thing that would make this better is if it was Duel of the Fates playing right now. But that song was good too. I'm not harping the song. God, please kill her, Owen. Be the badass uncle, or Beru, either one of you. Oh my gosh. Oh, that transition was great. This shot, oh my God, I love this. I love that they're fighting in these like rock things.
Your strength has returned.
Sure has, buddy.
But the weakness still remains.
Whoa. Whoa.
And that is why you will always lose.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How did he not get buried? Whew. No, 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 no. Holy fuck. Vader!
Did you truly think that you could defeat me? You have failed, Master.
Wow, that line. Oh my god, my heart is racing. Oh shit.
You really love the boy.
Yeah, of course he does.
He's your own.
He is my own. What do you want?
Justice.
Yikes.
Bro, she's coming!
Yo. Run, Luke, run. Come on, Obi-Wan, use the Force. Get yourself out of there. Oh my god, he's literally using all the Force strength he has to not kill himself by letting the rocks go. A tear almost fell, but not quite. You know he got out of there. Yep. Whoa. Damn. The scar on Vader's head from Return of the Jedi. Right? Is this gonna explain that? Oh my god. It is.
Anakin. Anakin's gone. I am what remains.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anakin. For all of it.
I am not your failure, Obi-Wan. You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did. The same way, I will destroy you.
Then my friend is truly dead. Goodbye, Darth.
I love that he just said Darth, like how Elegant did it in A New Hope. Also, Hayden's makeup looks so good. A++ to the makeup artists. And the voices. Holy crap. Oh, the mix of the voices was so good. Now what the fuck's gonna happen here?
Luke.
Was not expecting Reva to get this close to Luke. Owen, Owen, Beru, where are you guys? Yo. She's not gonna do anything. She's not gonna do it, is she? Well, I mean, she can't, for obvious reasons. I like how they've done that.
I'll look in the Dune Sea. We'll search till we find him.
Ben!
Oh, wow. And things I was not expecting, Riva carrying Luke back was not one of them. So maybe she won't die after all. No time wasted grabbing him and just getting out the fuck out of there. We're gonna have a Jedi conversation right now.
I couldn't do it. I failed them. I killed them all and I couldn't do it.
You haven't failed them by showing mercy. You have given them peace. You have honored them.
Have I become him?
No. You've chosen not to.
Riva stopped herself from going to the dark side.
Who you become now.
Well, fully to the dark side.
That is up to you.
Anakin couldn't stop himself, but Riva did.
Probes are tracking every system within range. We will destroy everything in our path until he is found.
Well, he got a new helmet quickly, or a new mask.
You seem agitated, my friend. I wonder if your thoughts are clear on this, Lord Vader. Perhaps your feelings for your old master have left you weakened. If your past cannot be overcome,
Kenobi means nothing. I serve only you, my master.
I am so happy that this played at some point in this damn show. Alderaan, please be Alderaan. Yes! Look at this outfit, though. Oh my gosh.
All right, let's go, young lady. We don't want to keep your...
Okay, this is adorable, though.
Is that a holster?
Sure is.
I love it.
Oh. Thanks, Mom. Oh, I wish Carrie Fisher could have seen this.
You said there were many ways to lead.
Looks like I was right.
If I'm going to do this, I'm going to want to change a few things.
Then let's change things together.
So who is it today? More cousins?
Not exactly.
Lola!
Who am I to separate a young lady from her droid?
I'm glad Haja got her there safe. Oh my gosh, this hug is everything.
We can never repay you.
She has already done that.
I fear for her future. The Empire grows stronger.
Well, if you ever need my help again, you know where to find me.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only
Let's
hope.
hope that day never comes.
So what do you do now?
I don't know. What do you think I should do?
I think you should sleep.
I think you're right. Leia, when I said before that I didn't know your parents, you are wise, discerning, kind-hearted. These are qualities that came from your mother, but you're also passionate and fearless, forthright. And these are gifts from your father. Both were exceptional people who bore an exceptional daughter. I wish I could tell you more.
It's okay. You don't have to. Thank you. Will I ever see you again?
Maybe, if you ever need help from a tired old man. But we must be careful. No one must know, or it could endanger us both.
Goodbye, Obi-Wan.
Goodbye, Princess. May the Force be with you.
That goodbye was so sweet. Oh, it's a Lola holster. I love that. Looks like he's packing up his life here. Oh, is he gonna go take that back to Luke? He has to, right? Because Luke has it in New Hope.
What are you doing here? I thought you were gonna keep your distance.
And I will. You know, you were right. He just needs to be a boy. The future will take care of itself. The only protection he needs now, Owen, is you and Beru. Take good care of him.
I will. Ben? You want to meet him?
Oh, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Hello there. Master Qui-Gon.
Well, took you long enough.
Beginning to think you'd never come.
So
He's
did we.
always here, Obi-Wan. You just were not ready to see. Come on, you've got a ways to go.
Ugh. I didn't think Qui-Gon would show up. That was the best way to end the episode. Oh my god. All right. I need to just like... So that was the finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that was truly everything that I could have hoped for, honestly. Now that the whole show is done, I really appreciate how they gave us like a fun story and some really good entertainment and built up to a really satisfying closure. A closure that I'm very happy with because I know that they're kind of humming and hawing about maybe having a season 2. So I appreciate that this episode ended with enough closure in case it is the only season that happens and it's just these 6 episodes and that's it. It ended with enough of a closure that they don't have to continue on, but it also ended with enough of an opener in case they do continue on. That's all I wanted. I am 1000% satisfied by that, and I'm so happy that, to me, this is just how I feel, but I'm glad that they did not botch the ending at all. Super, super glad. Literally my only nitpick and complaint with this episode is I wish that Duel of the Fates would have played while Obi-Wan and Vader were fighting, because that song was featured so prominently in the trailer for this show, and I feel like that song would have just been really good to hear during that fight. So that's my only complaint. I wish it had been in there, but that's okay. The fight was still amazing regardless. And we still got the Imperial March. We got the Imperial March with Vader in his seat after that phone call with the Emperor. So I'm happy. I'm happy about that. That's fine. All right, it's time to dive into what the heck we just saw. My brain immediately wants to talk about Reva, so let's get Reva covered. Now that we know Reva's full character arc, I am sitting here completely pleased by it. I'm pleased with her as a character. I really enjoy her character arc. I just love what we saw. It's so heartbreaking thinking about everything she went through. She was a youngling that had to witness Anakin just completely murdering all of her known friends and family. And then she used that to propel herself up through the ranks on the dark side to essentially become next buddies with Vader, and did that all from just this feeling and motivation of revenge. That was all she cared about. When she found out about Luke and did all of that work to get to him with her injury of being stabbed with a lightsaber, but then realizing as she was about to kill him that she would literally just be exactly like Vader if she had gone through with that, the very person that she hates and was trying to destroy. When she brought Luke back to Owen and Beru, and then on the ground at Obi-Wan just heartbreakingly said, "Have I become him?" That was so emotional, and just seeing her cry and just seeing her realize that she just about became exactly like Vader. That was so well done, and I love that. I'm very happy that Reva did not go full dark side like Anakin did. I feel it's interesting because like she was on the dark side for so long as an Inquisitor and working underneath and alongside Vader, but yeah, she had enough strength within her to be able to come back to her roots, which is really cool, because obviously Anakin couldn't do that. So I'm really glad she kind of just like came to and remembered her past and remembered her youngling days. And I'm also really glad that Obi-Wan was there to like be with her through that. I'm very glad that Reva wasn't upset with Obi-Wan anymore. Now, I feel like, you know, you and I and a lot of others could probably sit here and go like, okay, so Reva's not dead. She knows about Luke and Obi-Wan just kind of let her go. So what is she going to do with that information? And honestly, when I sit here and think about it, I don't think she's going to do anything with it. She looked at Luke and basically saw him as a youngling like she was. I think she knows that she would be stupid to share that information with anyone. It's hard to know what Reva will do or where she'll go, but I think that she has made enough peace to just kind of maybe have a good fresh start with her life, and I hope the best for her. As a result, I'm super pleased with how Reva's character arc was concluded in this episode. And honestly, I'm so excited to go back to the very first episode and rewatch the series again, like knowing what the ending is for Reva. I think I'm just gonna have a lot more appreciation for her than I did early on in the series. And while we're on the topic of Reva, we obviously have to give Moses Ingram an A++ job for playing her. I think that Moses did great. It makes me sad that she has received so much hate and flack from the Star Wars community. Please remember, friends, that just because an actor is playing a specific character, that doesn't reflect on the actor themselves. There is no reason to send actors and actresses hate and vitriol for just doing their job. All right, I'm gonna talk about Owen and Beru next. I think that their preparation of their home and just getting ready for Reva's invasion basically was awesome and so well done. I will say that this series has given me like a whole new level of respect for those two, because when I watched A New Hope for the first time, which was my first Star Wars movie, I remember that I didn't really care for them. I thought that they were really strict with Luke, and I also just felt like there wasn't really, when A New Hope is your first movie, so when you watch the films in release order, we really don't have any backstory on Luke at all, or Owen and Beru. So the way that they treat him, it comes across as just them being really strict, and you don't really have any understanding as to why they are the way they are. And then as you continue watching the movies, then it all kind of makes sense. And this series just made me really like them. This series was great at giving them more depth and more character. I think that Joel and Bonnie did a great job with Owen and Beru. I'm so happy that both of them came back to reprise their roles as them from Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. As for Luke, it was really, really great to have some screen time with him in this episode. Like I said earlier, I think that they did an awesome job casting little Luke, because I think he looks like a little Mark Hamill. They have very similar facial features. And I also adore that Owen was the one to ask Obi-Wan if he wanted to meet Luke. I thought that was great. And I'm so glad that that happened, because obviously in A New Hope, Luke knows who Ben Kenobi is, and now we know how that happened, and that just is so good. All right, it is time to talk about Obi-Wan and Vader. Woo-wee, this episode was phenomenal when it came to those two. That fight though, Obi-Wan freaking showed up with the most power ever, and I loved it. And I love that pose that he did that we've seen in the prequels, where he's all like, I love that so much. I also appreciate that Vader was the one that was winning to start and was the one that was taking over, and that probably gave him a very much needed ego boost. But then of course I love that Obi-Wan was the one to actually win in the end. The rock lifting, that was very similar to what Rey did in The Rise of Skywalker, right? Yes. Or was it The Last Jedi? I can't remember now which sequel movie she lifted the rocks in. Anyway, when Obi-Wan was just like throwing the rocks at Vader, I thought that was so cool. And then we had the emotions, we had the dialogue, we had the lightsaber swipe on his helmet, which now explains how he got that head scar that we see when Luke takes his helmet off in Return of the Jedi. And that whole look with the half Hayden face or Anakin face, half Vader mask was so good. The makeup on Hayden was so well done. Props to the makeup artists that worked on the show to make Hayden look like that. The eye of his showing. And the other thing is the red lightsaber reflecting onto his face. And then we had the blue lightsaber reflecting on Obi-Wan's face with his tears and his worry and just the emotions that Ewan showed in his face towards Vader in this scene was just, so good. So emotional. I could not at all hold back anything. The lines that were said in this scene between those two, holy crap. The one that will forever live in my head is, "I'm not your failure, Obi-Wan. You didn't kill Anakin, I did." Like, oh my God. I'm feeling the emotions just recounting that. I cannot wait to watch that again. And in A New Hope, when Vader says, "The last time we met, I was but the learner, now I'm the master," still rings true if you consider this the last time they met. Obi-Wan definitely still showed Vader that he is the boss and knows what's up and knows what to do. Took him a few episodes to get there, but he got there in the end, and this was a very satisfying final encounter between those two. Obi-Wan definitely had the high ground in this fight. He proved once again that he was better, and this scene in this finale also just gives me more appreciation for their encounter in A New Hope. As for that conversation between Vader and the Emperor after that fight happened, it was so good seeing Ian McDiarmid again. I didn't realize that it was him. I honestly thought that whole thing was generated and just CGI, but Ian was credited in the episode credits, so that was him, and I'm so happy. It makes me really happy that Ian came back for this small scene, but it was so worth it. The conversation that they had was awesome. I loved that the Emperor was basically like challenging Vader and just being like, "Oh, you still have feelings for him? Where does your loyalty," like he didn't say where does your loyalty lie, but it's basically insinuating that. And then of course the Imperial March playing, and just, yeah, good conversation, good scene. Good final Vader moment for this series. All right, time to talk about Leia. Oh my gosh, those scenes on Alderaan were amazing. That outfit though, can we just like talk about that? Because that outfit reminded me a lot of one of the outfits she was wearing in The Empire Strikes Back, I believe, if I'm getting my original trilogy movies right. But that is amazing. I love that she was given Tala's holster. That it like... That makes me so happy. I can't even express. I absolutely love that because I loved Tala in this series, and it was a good nod for adult Leia that we see in the original trilogy later on. I really love that Obi-Wan decided to tell her about her parents, but not like explicitly, "These are your parents," but rather just pulling out different qualities of her and going, "These are the qualities you got from your mom. These are the qualities that you got from your dad." So emotional. I absolutely love that. I won't lie though, I did expect a line of some sort from little Leia to Obi-Wan, kind of going along the lines of, you know, "If I have a son one day, I'm gonna name him Ben." I feel like, I mean, I was a little girl at one point, and one of the things that I used to daydream about when I was around the age of 10 is like, oh, if I'm a mom one day, like, what will I name my kids? And I used to share that with people. So I don't know. That was one thing that I was almost kind of expecting, because it would have been a really great connection to Ben Solo in the sequels. That being said, I'm totally okay with it not being there. It was something that I was like kind of expecting and hoping for. I'm still happy with how that whole scene played out. All right, and naturally, the last thing I want to talk about is the Qui-Gon appearance, which the first thing I will say, I did not see Liam Neeson's name in the credits for this episode, which means that that whole thing was generated and was all CGI, which is a little bit of a bummer. I honestly thought the scene was real when I was watching it, because the first thing I noticed was that Qui-Gon's beard was longer than it was in The Phantom Menace. So I did assume that that was Liam Neeson who came back to play him. But then when I saw Ian's name in the credits and I didn't see Liam's, then I was like, okay, well, that wasn't him then. So in a way, it kind of broke my heart to see that his name wasn't there. But at the same time, that scene was amazing. I don't have any complaints about it. I thought it was so good that we actually finally got the Force ghost Qui-Gon, and that him and Obi-Wan walked away or rode away into the horizon, and also said a line that does leave the show open for more if we go that way, but also still provides good closure. What did Qui-Gon say? I think he said something like, "We've got a ways to go." So I love that. Overall, I love this show. I enjoyed it so much. I cannot wait to rewatch it. I genuinely think if I ever watch the films in chronological order, I can't see myself skipping over this show. I am super excited to watch Revenge of the Sith, followed by this show, right into Rogue One, and then right into A New Hope. I think that all of those together is going to be mega emotional, a super enjoyable time. I cannot wait to do it. And friends, that is about all I have to say. Thank you so much for tuning into this video today. Thank you so much for watching it with me. Please leave comments below. I would love to know what you thought of this episode and what your feelings are overall about this show, good or bad. If you have criticisms and you don't care for the show, that's totally fine. Just please keep in mind that I love this show, so please don't like insult me or think that I'm dumb for enjoying the show. You all will know that I'm like not super nitpicky about the show at all. Yes, it's all fan service. I am someone who is pleased by fan service. I enjoyed this show. It's been a good time. I look forward to reading your comments. Thank you once again so much. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so because I have a Star Wars official thoughts and final ranking video coming out sometime soon. I'm currently in the process of rewatching all of the films, so that will come out when I'm done. It might actually be a live stream. I haven't decided yet. And if you want to keep watching, please click here. Thank you once again, and we will see you in the next reaction video. Take care, everyone.